Seri_bot has joined. Hades Zero RK is now live. Streaming Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Sekiro Noob. Hey at Hades Zero RK. There's a new update coming to Sound Alerts, but we need some permissions. Please log in at Ayo Sound Alerts, green heart. Ayo Seri_bot, green heart.
Hello. Hello.
Use my link to get 50% off your first factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. Link hashtag at Ayo Roscoe 7, green heart.
Supras. Supras.
Sup HD. AOJ Dog 7777, Green Heart.
Mate J-Dog. Mate J-Dog.
Hello.
Sup Gunnakin. Sup Gunnakin.
New voice?
Check, check. Hopefully my microphone's not freaking out right now. I just plugged it back in. Check, check. Hopefully my microphone's not freaking out right now. I just plugged it back in. I'm freaking out, not hearing myself. Alright, we should be good now. What is up? Echo! Yeah. I wanted to test out this new text-to-speak. Hopefully I'm not showing things I shouldn't on screen, but we'll see. This is going to be another test stream because I've kind of been out of it for the last week or so. But those of you here, I wanted to see if I could give you a custom voice. Right now it's defaulting to the very first voice I set up, but I'd rather give you guys specific ones. It was supposed to give you a random one, which I thought was really cool, but it didn't seem to work that way. So voice alias, let me see if I can set this up. Sticky random voice. This is what was supposed to be enabled. But yeah, thanks for joining everybody. Hope you're having a nice day. Whatever you're up to today. But what's nice is I can just assign something randomly to people. There is a list. So if you have like a specific, I don't know, idea of a character, this list is more like meme characters. So think like SpongeBob, Squidward. And just wanted to see how efficient it might be. So like Garnikin, I'll give you SpongeBob for now. Let's see. Looks like Panda's here. What's up, Panda? Panda, you're getting the ASMR voice. Those are the only two that are showing up in chat right now.
Want Sleepy Tired Dreamy Goblin voice for me, please?
Sleepy Tired one. We can do that. If music's too loud, which it might be, I can turn it down.
D0KB0T, I missed you.
Oh my god. I couldn't even hear it. Okay, music should be okay. I'm just playing a random playlist. There's so many settings. I remember when I was good at this, at streaming. Not anymore, now I'm just a cat. But my hands work, don't they? Work, damn it! Now I'm just a cat. Okay, so we got Tired on Garnikin, we have ASMR on Panda, although I'm probably going to regret that. What else? Can I make you the queen again? Thank you, Panda Pops. Could you hear the voices? Here's Garnikins.
Some would say becoming a cat would be a promotion ... The cat sure would.
Cool. So that's working pretty well. I didn't even have to say anything up
I
that
love
extravagant.
ASMR.
Hear all the voices? Perfect.
I hear all the voices.
All in my head. One other command that I'm pretty sure will work is you can throw stuff at me. Okay, that's not gonna get old. But yeah, resetting up a lot of stuff. Pretty much all of my memes broke because I had to update. So if there are any memes you guys want particular, like for example Panda and Garnikin are here, so I can reset those real quick. And basically, you can probably see it on screen, but it's not going to make a lot of sense. I have to essentially re-plug in everything, but at least I found out how to fix them. I'm going to have to reorganize a lot of this too. Let's see, Peepops 2, Pain Bell.
For shame! For shame!
Shame!
For shame! Okay, we're done.
Panda's a trip.
I'm amazing. Voxel artist. Boop, 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 boop.
Alright, so those commands are working again. I'm also trying to get Twitter streaming working, which it looks like it's live.
I sounded like a wise old man with a pipe ... not bad.
He just said ... Yeah, it definitely sounds tired. And that's what the alias was that I gave you. Okay. Alright, we'll play it out. We'll see how it goes. So, what I wanted to kind of work on today, and this is just kind of something to do for the next hour. I do have about an hour to stream. So, the intention is to plug in some of the story I've written in the past week. This has always been my intention, is to write this interactive fiction. Oh, by the way, you might see in chat, I took up a sponsor. So that's going to pop up like every 15 minutes or so. So anyone that wants to support the stream, it's greatly appreciated. What's up, Escape Room Artist? Hey, yo. So Escape Room Artist, I got text-to-speak working again. So if you want to type something, we'll see if it randomly assigns you a voice. Otherwise, I'll give you a unique voice. But yeah, in terms of what I'm working on for the next hour. Hey, Nervex, what's up, dude? It's going to be this interactive fiction. So here's a brief idea of how it works. And I have it kind of shrunken on my screen for a reason. Because well, now you can't even see it. But it's framed in a way that short form videos will also be able to benefit. So we'll see how this plays out. So, when you go into the story, like you start the story, you can enter or investigate. It's basically interactive fiction. It's choose your own adventure. It's D&D in a nutshell. Factor's good stuff. Yeah, Escape Room Artist, I like it too. If you haven't Escape Room Artist, you might be getting sponsors depending on what stream alerts you use. So I took this one up. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Odd that the voice isn't working now. Oh, I think it's just automatically assigning none now. Let's see. Highlight voice, confirmation. Man, I was really hoping it would randomly assign voices and I wouldn't have to do all this. That's okay. Sticky random voice.
You could set up a voting system so we could play it.
Yeah, I would love to get you guys playing this as soon as it's ready, but I've always said that. So maybe I'll start just publishing it after streams. It's relatively easy to publish too. This is using like a JavaScript. So all I would have to do is upload it as a zip file onto itch. Does anybody here use itch? And here, for those that just popped in, Nervex and Escape Room Artist, I'll give you a voice. We'll put Deadpool on Escape Room Artist. Then Nervex. And if anybody else wants to test out the text-to-speak,
yes.
I'll give you Eminem. But yeah, generally speaking, I will be turning these specific kind of like interactive stories into kind of like a pop-up book in a way. So, for example,
For a coder,
in this
nothing
example,
is never absolutely ready, merely ready enough.
oh, that's a well-phrased, Garnican. So in this specific example, which I'm not going to be using, it was just kind of me like testing out the software. It's a brief description of what's happening. You peered into the dark cavern, says your boots are dusty. Your boots are dusty. Your doots.
100% correct at Garney KN _.
Mm-hmm. And then you look inside your satchel. So I would have like a picture of what's inside your satchel. So I've always appreciated visual mediums. And it kind of adds to the story when you're not focused so much on using your imagination. Because let's be honest, in today's age, OCD and ADHD, like you could use all the visuals you can get. So this particular example, I was experimenting with variables, and this was actually a couple weeks ago I experimented with this. So on the left side of the screen, you're basically getting options. You can either enter the cavern or you can investigate the outside of the cavern. So when you click, so we'll go back to the start of the story, enter, it's going to send you basically to the end of the story. So again, this was just a sample. So clicking enter, it's dark and dank. So it's whatever I wrote here, and it's end of the story. It continues if you investigate the outside. So by clicking investigate the outside, we see this appears up on screen. Your boots are smattered with dust from a long journey. You're tired, but sleep won't reach you for a few more hours. You investigate the outside of the cavern. Okay, so now I have more options here. I could return to the entrance, and then I can peer into the dark cavern and enter. And it just loops back to the dark and dank cavern. So just to kind of summarize what we're looking at here, if I'm looking outside, I can check my belongings. So we can see here that I have a variable now. So checking my belongings, we see I have a box of matches. Well, it looks like I didn't set this up properly, but that's okay. We can
This
see if there's
seems
other
like
people.
an old text parser game.
Yeah, very much so. I think you'd like it a lot, Escape Room Artist, because it's really good with puzzles. Because we're using variables here. So, for example, I can look through a well-worn campfire, and it seems as though after a minute of searching, something catches your eye. You find a box of matches. And so, now that I have this box of matches, it's supposed to appear in my inventory. At least that was the intention. So, let's see. But yeah, just wanted to test some streaming softwares once again. I think everything's up and running. I'm not streaming on Instagram right now, nor TikTok. TikTok, I basically have to get a certain amount of followers before they let me stream. Twitter seems to be doing well. But I can't see if people are typing. Let's see.
Kinda like the Colossal Cave Adventure. one of the first games cool.
Cool. Very cool. Let's see. Excuse me. Yo, not gonna lie, the Twitter streaming experience kind of sucks. Has anyone here even tried to watch a live stream on Twitter? Let's see if I can pull it up without sharing everything. So what I was trying to do when I just typed excuse me was I was trying to get like a pop-out chat. Like I thought there was a live chat for this. So we're clicking into the broadcast now. But there doesn't appear to be any live chat. Whatever. I shouldn't worry about it right now. Live chat. What?
So the best way to get followers on TT is to follow, comment and provide value. That is how I got live on TT.
On TT? Why do you say TT? Have you tried testing streaming on Twitter? Okay. Well,
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh, okay. Yeah, I posted a few things, but in terms of what I intend to do with it is basically make live short-form content. And so that's what this vertical video is for. So right now I'm streaming it to YouTube, just to kind of practice. I think it'll happen with time, but I totally agree. And I'll do what you're suggesting. I think that's a good call. Okay. So I think we'll just, for today, maybe expand on this. Just for, like, practice, really. Okay, so peering into the cavern. So let's go ahead and just add on to the cavern.
I haven't tried game dev. That was my weight loss tip channel.
Oh, really? Yeah, game dev, I imagine, is a smaller niche on TikTok. Okay, so it's dark and dank. You pull out your matches. Let's see, if we don't have the matches, then you can't pull out the matches. So I'm going to cut that for now. If only you had some way of lighting your path. And so then we add another choice here. And so there's two different ways to add choices. We can add a sticky choice, which I believe is the plus, or we can add a single choice, which is the star. So if we have the matches, so this is a variable, you light your torch with the matches you found outside. And then this would go to Cavern 2, which we'll make out here. We're basically making a new segment or story. It's called a stitch, I think. And so a lot of this stream is going to be me kind of learning, but at the same time, it's a great little chat room. So those of you that popped in, I greatly appreciate it. we're just gonna take it day by day, you know? That's all you can do. Cool. So let's make sure this matches is working properly.
Support my friends where I can.
Always kind of you, Escape Room Artist. So not matches. Look for something to ignite your torch inside. So we'll go back to entrance 1. So right now it's giving me errors, and it's because the matches variable is unresolved. Okay, so this is what a variable looks like. List of variables. Variables containing a number. Okay, that went back to the start. So I think my problem here is this segment needs to come after that. Looks like I never added this period, so I just needed to add the variables somewhere. So for example, finding right here matches. You sort through the remains of logs charred. After a minute, you find something. So this is where I need to add the variable. So basically, I picked up matches here. And generally speaking, I want to use this type of conditioning. So it basically means, oh, I visited this section. So I basically have to have this segment here, so matches, which in itself is a stitch. So I think I actually, the way I've labeled this, I need to have cavern outside dot matches. So I have these double brackets. This would be cavern outside dot matches. So let's see if that does it. Do cavern outside dot matches. Then we have not cavern outside. So we can see here, here's an example of what I'm trying to create. There is a space here. I don't think that needs to be there, but we'll see. So not cavern outside. Okay. And then same thing here. Not. All right, that might have fixed it. So now I can replay the story. So we peer into a dark cavern, enter, it's dark and dank. If only you had some way of lighting your path, look for something to ignite your torch outside. Peer into the dark cavern. Okay, great. So now I've effectively looped the story. So I've gone back to that first initial statement. Generally speaking, I would probably want to change this phrase here. So I'll probably do a new entrance. I can just copy this. This will be entrance 2.
I know you have branched out in programming, Gamadev. Is there a specific direction you are going?
Specific direction? Honestly, that's part of my problem with Escape from Artist. I didn't pick a direction. Instead, I dabbled with like 6 different paths I could have taken. This is just me venting. Like, I've learned how to operate AI. I've learned Unreal Engine. I've learned this language, Ink. I've done a lot of writing. I've done a lot of character creation. I learned Blender very well. I learned Unity for about 2 months and then gave up on Unity because a lot went down in that kind of ecosystem that I was not appreciative of. So now I'm committed to Unreal Engine, but my current path is taking these interactive stories, this interactive fiction, and essentially building a story that then I'll transition into an Unreal Engine game, effectively using crowdfunding. So the idea here is I'm going to make a 12-part story in this easy-to-understand interactive fiction, aka Ink. So that's the language I'm currently coding in. And then with the story built, I'm going to create a crowdfunding campaign, such as through Patreon and Kickstarter, to then, get the funds necessary to spend, money and time turning it into an Unreal Engine game. All the while, I'm working part-time just to make ends meet. But for the foreseeable future, at least for the remainder of this month, I'll be streaming regularly and trying to earn some income, just so I don't have to do another job that I don't enjoy. Okay, so we step outside of the cavern. Can enter back in if we choose. Or we can investigate the outside. Great. So, that looks nice. Enter. Look for
Will the
something to
result
ignite.
be browser-based or app or executive file?
It will be browser-based, Garnick, and that's one of the biggest factors that encouraged me to go down this route. And I'm sure you can see the benefits of that. People are very scared to download EXEs, and arguably, should be. So this would be streamed on itch. So I think maybe at the end of this, I'll upload whatever we have here, just to make sure it's working. Cool. So now we can re-loop this.
Right,
So-
asterisk.
Limited knowledge. You think you're great in story design development? Thanks, Escape from Artist. On the right path. I see what you did there, ERA. Okay, so we're going to investigate. We can look at my belongings. And we want to remove this. So opening the flap, see it's not looping properly, so we want to go back. So we'll go to Cavern Outside. So this will loop it. And then we also want to remove a box of matches. Great. This would also loop back to entrance 1. Or so Cavern Outside. Okay, so we'll investigate the outside. We're gonna check my belongings first. and I notice I don't have any matches. I'll look for other signs of people. There's a well-worn campfire placement a few meters away. Look closer, sort through the remains, and after a minute you find a box of matches. Now I can check my belongings, and the box of matches is there. We can return to the entrance. Now we can peer into the dark cavern, and then we can light our torch. This is text. More coming soon. Great. Now, I would like a line break there. Let's just refer to this document. So I know there's like a specific symbol I might need. The default behavior inserts line breaks before every new line of content. So right now it did not do that. So I believe I needed to do that. More coming soon. There we go. So basically, if I had it here, the end of the sentence, it wasn't going to line break, which is fine. Makes this a little bit easier to read too. So it's just something I need to get used to. Like I need to train my brain to be like, hey, hit enter before you go somewhere. I can even tab this and it should still work. Awesome. I no longer need this. Alright, looks good to me. We'll go ahead and test uploading it to the internet. Because honestly, that seems like a pretty good use of our time. Okay, so this is going to be 0509 test 1. I call it this Mazes and Monsters. That's a working title. Okay, I'll do this off screen. Make sure I'm not inputting information I shouldn't in front of you. You don't deserve my login information.
And then you are going to post a link so it can be stress tested.
Yeah, I mean, that's the idea. Okay, so let's take a look here. And I apologize if the screen is too small. I'm just trying to make it to where people can legibly read it on short form as well. So we're going to create a new project. Title is Mazes and Monsters. Looks great. Short description. It's a maze with monsters. This is going to be a...
I am amazed by your monsters.
Amazing. No payments necessary. Uploads. So now we're going to be uploading a zip file. There must be an index in the zip or upload an HTML that contains the entire game. Okay. So we'll go here. Folder. So we see we have the HTML. If I upload the HTML that contains the entire game. So let's just try the HTML, see if that works. It's only 1 kilobyte. That's not correct. Or upload the HTML that okay, it's not entire game. So I believe I have to zip it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hey, you Maxi.
KUHD, what are you educating us about now?
Oh man, your text to speak was so quiet. I'm gonna give you Knuckles. Now when you type, it'll use text to speak. Hopefully that'll be louder too. What are you educating us? Well, first I gotta learn. So right now I'm learning how to write an interactive story, like a choose your own adventure. Turned into a cat? Yeah, this
I
is
see
my,
you've turned into a cat.
This is my final form. So this choose your own adventure.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to upload it to where it can be streamed in the browser. You don't have to download it. So that's the biggest, hurdle for people playing your games. It's like, oh, this guy's working on a new game. Let me play it. Oh, I have to download the files. Oh,
LOL, the voices.
the voices. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and upload the zip now. This file will be played in the browser. All right, great. Viewport dimensions, we'll start with 1024 by 1024. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 1280, so we'll do 1280 first. Hey, Paul, what's up, dude? I'll give you a unique voice too, Paul. I guess the default voice is just overly quiet. You're gonna be Gunborg. Who knows what that sounds like?
My game got rejected twice by a pic. Stupid user mistake.
Aw, damn. Well, good on you for keeping those games coming, man. Are you able to resubmit them? And GM to you too, Paul? Okay, so odd that these aren't resizing, but that's fine. So it's embedded in page. We want to auto detect. That's fine. Unity HTML only. So I guess we'll do the manual then. Mobile friendly. I believe that's true. Automatically start. Yep. Full
Hey,
screen
I
button.
know that background music.
Do you? It's from Epidemic Sound. Wait, which one's playing? I think I'm playing in my other browser.
But if you get too many warning, you get demonetized and banned. I'm scared to resubmit it. Ha!
Oh no, that sucks. Well, now that you've done it twice, you're at least familiar with the process. So the next one should be better, right? Yeah, we'll just enable all this. Description. Escape. Genre. Adventure. Tags.
That does suck, but sounds good in chat.
Does sound good. App Store links. We don't need any of those right now. Custom noun. That'll just default to game. That's great. We'll make it public for now. Why not?
I think I'll do some more race tracks for the meantime.
Make it unlisted. Comments are great. Save and view. So, in theory, you guys should be able to play this. So, some of the things that I've kind of adjusted in another sample project is like removing some of this stuff. Written in ink, I mean, it's good to have that. You're supporting the creators. Clicking that basically tells you about the language. And you can go back to the story, which is nice. Or not. Or not. It goes to their homepage. Okay.
Ha ha ha, Amanda.
Change the theme, black to white. Enter. Looks to be working. If you guys want to try, there's the link. I'll post it in the multi-chat in case anybody else is watching. So we're streaming on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch right now.
Cool.
Twitter, I couldn't get the live chat working. Chat X stream. Sponsored. Just seeing if I can get this working. So this is what I was trying to make pop up, and I had no luck. You can now view the related stream chat on the same screen as the playback in the desktop version of the app. Oh god. So you have to download the X app? Alright, whatever. I guess the people that are watching on Twitter, all one of you just won't get to chat. Unless you're using the desktop app, but who's going to do that? Cool.
Works. Good start.
Oh, it works. Nice, Garnican. So, what I've done in the past, and let me just go through my drive here. I did a little bit of testing with adding images. Oh my gosh, I have way too much. Ink test, maybe this is it?
Hey, AI! We'll change game making dramatically if this is what you can do already.
AI? Oh yeah, man. I intend to add AI images to these specific stories. Mainly because they're going to be free games that you can play that are story driven. So we can see here, this was just some of my testing that I did. Yeah, that's me. I'm buff. Buff AF. And this is using an HTML, but we can see here it's layered.
Are you still dabbling with AI pictures?
Still dabbling? Yeah, Garnican. In fact, I think I still have it open.
Yeah, I found the matches.
And so maybe to end the stream, I'll do a little bit of AI generation. Found the matches. Let's go, Escape from Artist. So this particular example, I'm going to keep restarting it. Right now I have a 1 here. It's supposed to be random. So I was working with variables.
You tried rendering it. It's amazing for character creation.
There we go. So now it's randomized. So sometimes you get a 1, sometimes you get a 2. And that'll represent, like randomized variables. And then it has no problems with GIFs. So I have this character just kind of like moving towards. Also, it's using hovering. So hovering over the character. You can add embeds. They don't look that great. I'll be completely honest. You have to click YouTube, and it actually, I'm sure I can do a little bit more, but it won't let me full screen it. So you have to use a specific ratio, and that doesn't account for people with smaller screens. But that's if you're embedding YouTube. Still, the option is there, and that's what I was trying to do. Right now I also have music playing. But that's besides the point. More or less, this was like me testing variables and layering images. So yeah, that's how far I got with that. Cool. Well, that was a pretty good test. It's 4:30. So we can save this. Yeah, in terms of the language itself, it's relatively easy to understand, but it is complex in terms of what you can do with it. So, for example, this is just using variables, and already, we have a story up and running where it's like, oh, if I don't have matches, I can't continue through the story. And it loops until you find the matches. So, for example, peering into the dark cavern, I need to look for something. Oh, okay, well, I can't enter. I have to look for something. And so it keeps looping until I have the correct object. So that means I have to investigate outside.
It looks like Old Basics language.
Yeah, Old Basic. That's a good way to, I guess, phrase it. It's pretty easy for my artist brain to understand, and I know a lot of you guys are artists too. So yeah, once you find the matches, you can return, enter, light your torch, and you win. And so, generally speaking, I'll be adding images, adding sound effects, adding a better UI. A lot of AI images is the idea. But yeah, published. It's not going to show up in searches yet. You can save your progress. You can load progress, restart. Pretty happy with that. Oh, whoops. I'm just figuring out something. I might be live streaming to do 2 different YouTubes. But that's okay. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, hey, Purple Guy and Marja. I don't know why your chats didn't pop up for me. I think it was more so because I didn't have this up on screen. How long ago did you guys send those? So yeah, some people popped into the YouTube and I totally didn't see it. Hope you're doing well. Well, that's a shame. Let's see. Alright, well, to wrap up today's stream, I'll be streaming for like 15 more minutes maybe. We'll do some AI generation. This is something I've been getting into lately. We'll put this full screen. Hopefully it'll be easy to tell what's happening. I don't think it will. So what I've been working on is randomized character generation. And I found a really good shortcut where these things called wildcards. So let me pull up my wildcards. So that's going to be in models. And custom, so it's custom nodes actually. We want impact and custom wildcards. So here is an idea of what a wildcard is. So a wildcard is going to be, in this case, ancestry.txt. So it's a text file. And so I'm pulling a random race. So human, elf, dwarf, dragonborn, goblin, dark elf, undead, bovine, etc. This is basically accenting it with like a trained database of what Tauren looked like. So if anybody here has played World of Warcraft, that's a Tauren. It's like a cow person. And so what I've done is I've created several text files that each have a randomized description. So for this instance, we have a scaled Pandaren rebel with red patched cloak, sorrowful teary eyes, shining clear topaz eyes. But let's go ahead and generate a new one. I think I had this going before I went to bed, and it pumped out like 1,000 different images. And specifically, I was trying to make green screen images. So we'll see how well it generates a green screen image. This is where the preview picture will end up. So I'll just bring this over here, just so we have the reference. Generally, it takes probably like 2 to 3 minutes per generation. So we can see there's a loading bar up at the top here. So And I believe we're gonna get some computer stuttering. So we'll see what happens. So I am running quite a few things at the same time. I'll be right back. Cool. That's what it spat out. This girl. So the only problem that you may have if you start doing AI generations is there is a lot of porn in AI. So whether or not you have the stomach for it, I would recommend filtering as much of it as you can, because it is unavoidable, to say the least. Cool. So there was a little bit of AI generation I wanted to try here. I want to actually make some new backgrounds and skip the green screen for now. What I'll do is I'll remove the green screen prompts. We'll go ahead and remove all of this.
Yee! I found that out. Then it was suddenly Tuesday. Ah!
Yeah, Maxie, I know what you mean. But it's a slippery slope. No puns intended there. Cool, so I want to add locations. So basically I have a wildcard prompt for locations. So we can just take a quick look here. So basically I have a list, everything on its own unique line, where we have an infirmary, a medieval tavern, and it goes on and on. I even use ChatGPT to give me more, so I have 119 locations. The idea here is that my next generation, I'm going to feed it the information it needs to create a unique location. So I'm going to switch off all of my character development. So right now I'm using detailed backgrounds, comic book style, a fantasy world with maximal detail.
Crazy complex!
Very complex. But I'm starting to understand it, and that's basically when my mind gets really into something. It's when I start down this path of oh, I know what that does. And then it's like you're connecting the dots more and more.
I see you are using Laura Styles!
Yeah, Laura is the way to go. Okay, we'll do
Check out RenderNet!
RenderNet? Okay, yeah, I will. Alright, so hopefully we're not going to be generating any naughty bits. I don't think we will. Okay, we'll do a quick search for RenderNet. Oh, you can create AI images. There's so many websites that are doing this. It's remarkable, really. Where it's like in browser, you can create stuff. I'm sure you've heard of Civet AI, Maxi. That is the community to be in, is Civet. This looks great, though. So you can do multiple models at the same time. Yeah, this is like streamlined.
There's so many, but I love rendering it.
Yeah, like use what you're comfortable with. What's nice with Comfy is it's all a machine, so like I don't have to pay anybody to render it. It's like my CPU, my GPU is doing the work. So it generated a person, which is not what I want. So I think Pony XL.
You not a fan of paying for AA?
Well, the problem is I pay for too many things already. So this is the checkpoint that I'm currently using. And I have the filters turned on, so we shouldn't see anything over PG-13 here. But I want to generate locations.
Can't wait till I have I earning money for me.
Yeah. That's the whole goal, Maxie. We're a little bit late to the party, you and I, but the party's still going on, that's for sure. So here are the trigger words. So I need to copy paste those into Comfy. So ideally, I'd probably want to put them over here near the top. We might want to remove the embedding as well. So I'll duplicate this just to have as backup. I'll remove the embeddings because those were made for characters. That's very likely why we just generated a character just now. We've got a scenery, we've got a landscape, and this is basically telling my checkpoint, like, hey, there's going to be no humans. This is a scenery picture, landscape. We want to make sure I'm not using models I shouldn't. Let's go ahead and try another one. Okay, so here's the prompt it's coming up with. Scenery, landscape...
Some AI response better do a simple prompt. Others want a whole scene description.
Responds better a single prompt? Oh, yeah. Depends on what checkpoint you're using. This should be good. Alright, we're still getting people, so something's wrong. Oh, it looks like I have portrait in here. Detailed hands. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this one. Just to have as a backup. We'll remove all the details. I don't think I even want the comic style either. We'll say... beautiful.
Never seen a program like this thaw. How's the image resolution?
Right now, oh, I'm glad you said that. Right now I'm generating portraits, so like for vertical compositions. But if we're making landscape scenery, I can go up to 1472 by 704. I probably want to just do 16 by 9 framing. And this is as big as it gets. However, with AI and the tools provided, you can upscale this. So I can double it, I can triple it, quadruple it. Alright, cool, now we're getting scenery. And so what I can do is I can hit this button multiple times, and it'll queue up multiple images. And so each time I'm...
change your batch size!
Adding a different location. Yeah, the batch size right here, it'll... The one thing that's worth mentioning with batch size is it's going to generate this specific location 4 times. 3 times, 2 times. Which is good.
You will get multiple images.
Yeah, I get you, Maxie. I made 800 of green screen characters.
Yee!
which I was going to be removing the green screen and throwing him into Dungeons and Dragons, which might be fun. Let's see, how's my computer doing? Not bad. Let's go ahead and open up Krita. Hopefully this doesn't fry my CPU, GPU.
That's some work! Run them through background remover online.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. I mean, I can do it in a couple clicks, but if there's a software that does this online, that's nice too.
Or make a Photoshop script to do it.
Photoshop script. That would simplify the process for sure. But I appreciate the suggestion. That might actually save me a lot of time. So let's add this random girl. Only JPEGs and PNGs! Damn it. Do I have any JPEGs? I can convert them. So this software is called IrfanView. What you can do is batch convert. So we'll go ahead and add... These are all WebP, which is like the new standard.
What file type are they?
WebP. Which hasn't really been adopted yet, but it is basically twice as compressed as a JPEG without losing any quality, and it's basically the new standard for just web application. Okay, so I'm going to be converting it to JPEG.
Oh, those annoying things!
They're not that annoying. Great, so in my big old folder here, I can now search by type. We've got my JPEG character that I just select randomly. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty efficient. It looks like some of the hair got lost, but that's the price of doing business. You can download an HD. Oh. So that's the original file, is the HD version. Are they going to make me pay for it? You have to sign up. There is pricing. Hi, Winterfin, welcome in. Let's see, did it give you a... It didn't give you a voice. Alright, Winterfin, you can be Weeb. It should... I'm testing this out. I just added this. So we'll see if it lets you talk. 200 credits, 20 cents an image. Maxi. That adds up, Maxi. I ain't made out of money. That's like nickels. You know how many nickels that would be? Well, sadly, Creed is not even loading yet. Alright, well, here's the locations we just built. I was hoping to get in Krita here. I'll try loading it again. Does anybody else here use Krita? Like half the time,
I only suggested
it doesn't load.
I use Shopify.
Yeah, sorry, Winterfin. You're here to stay now.
Damn. All I said was, hey, you already got me pegged LMAO.
Yep. Once you step your foot in the door, I pull you all the way in. It was your fault for saying hi. But yeah, I think I'm in the writing tab still, so in terms of what we were writing today, because I may have gotten off track a little bit, we made an interactive story using ink. I don't know if you have ever heard of it, but just to give you the quick summary here, it's like a choose your own adventure.
One of my emotes is freaking Polnareff.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool. You stream too? Let me drop you a follow. But yeah, me personally, I used to be a Twitch affiliate I took like an 8-month break, so I went ahead and canceled affiliate because people were willing to keep paying subs. And so now I'm just getting back into the hobby. I always enjoyed streaming. And yeah, Maxi, I use Photoshop too. If I was willing, I would pirate it, but instead I'm just trying to use the free
I used to.
alternatives.
I've been offline for a long time.
Oh, thanks, Garnican.
And we missed you.
It's funny hearing the tired voice. Offline for a long time. Do you plan on returning, Winter? Thanks for the follow. So, choose your own adventure, enter, look for something to
Maybe.
ignite. So I'll try not to go too fast in case you are
You can buy a working
Paying attention.
version on Etsy for about 20. Legit key.
legit key. I don't know if it's legit, Max. Probably generated. Maybe. Well, if you do, Winter, I got the follow down. And we're in the writing section of Twitch, so I'm assuming you're a writer. So, peering into the cavern. Let me start from the top here. You can either enter or investigate. If you choose to enter, you get the description of the cavern. You only had some way of lighting your path, so it's too dark. So now, my option is to look for something to ignite your torch outside. So now, I can peer back into the dark cavern, and it's an endless loop, so if I enter the cavern again...
Not really, but I love to read.
Oh, nice, Winter. Well, I've got a story for you! Which... It's kind of funny, I'm like narrating this, but I could just send the working prototype that we did 30 minutes ago. So if you want to play what I'm basically clicking through, you can. So you can look for something to ignite it, you can investigate the outside. If you investigate, you can look for signs of other people, and then you'll notice that there's a campfire. You look closer, and you'll pick up a box of matches. So basically, the way this software works is I've added variables.
I was just scrolling through the Discover tab and your stream caught my ATB.
It's the cat, Winter, isn't it? I knew it. I knew the cat was going to do it. I'm a cat person. But I also have other characters. Either way.
I deek.
I deek. Now we can check our belongings. We got the box of matches. Then we can return. It was something. Hey,
It was something.
I can relate. I'm glad I got something going on. Krita still isn't loading though. So
VR, off to find me a streaming cat.
the Krita, I swear I'm going to uninstall you. I'm gonna kick your ass, Krita. All I wanted to do was edit some pictures, Krita.
Brain no normal, so who feckin' knows?
Brain no normal. Hey, you're in the right place. Twitch in general, everybody's brain broken. But yeah, here's all the characters I generated with Comfy. It was cool. I made a quick video on it.
Plastic.
Aren't we all? Artistic, autistic, same thing, right? I feel like I go too fast when I start streaming. Like my mind, I feel like people can't keep up. But yeah, I put this video up on Twitch or Twitter. Into characters based on your current workflow. And so this uses the IP adapter. Like right now, Winter, I'm not blaming you, but because you're new here, I started just offloading everything I've done in the past 24 hours onto you specifically. So I apologize, but you were just kind of like my target. But yeah, here's a video I made. Thank you, Denver Covert, for sharing these with us. It's about 300. It was about Comfy UI and using minimalistic wallpaper art styles. and basically using Comfy UI to turn those minimalistic art styles into characters. And so I was really proud about this, and I made like a 2-minute video and put it on Twitch. Twitter! I'm not going to go through it's X. I've been trying a lot of randomization. Alright, and there you have it. So we go from... But yeah, my friends Maxie and Garnican here, they're putting up with me, so thanks guys. Sounds cool, not complicated. Definitely not complicated, I agree. Especially
Them sounds cool and
you
complicated.
can read my mind, which you can't. Alright, well, I was planning on ending pretty soon here. I really wanted Krita to work, but it probably is going to take a computer restart. So I'm not going to try anymore. I'll probably just generate like 1 or 2 more landscapes, call it a day. We did pretty good.
Is it newish?
Is it newish?
You don't know that I'm not a mind reader.
Krita's not new. It is open source, as far as I know. And then Winter, if you're not a mind reader, that's just something you gotta work on. That's a skill you gotta pick up. I'm not gonna tell you how, because I'm not a mind reader. Tools you need to grow. So Krita is basically free Photoshop. How do you find all these things? Maxie,
how do you find all these things?
To summarize, I was fed up with Adobe because they started asking for $50 a month. And I was like, okay, let me find free alternatives to everything I use. So DaVinci Resolve and Krita were instant downloads as soon as I canceled my Adobe.
Beside a mind is a terrible thing to read, they think.
Terrible mind. Oh yeah, I agree, Garnican. One mind is enough, if you ask me.
Yee! That's standalone everything, Ado.
So you're not paying subscriptions there, Maxie?
Before they brought in the subshiz.
These look great. Let me see if I can prompt it with something specific. Because right now I'm using randomization. We'll do beautiful scenery. We'll do like ruins.
My
in
mind
the
is Chaz.
Forest. I mean, chaos is just unorganized order. It just takes a couple minutes and you can organize it. Unless you prefer chaos, which I'm certain a lot of people do. Oh my god, my mind is also going 1,000 paces per second right now because I'm on my like 3rd cup of coffee, which is probably not healthy for me. Alright, well, before I go, because it's almost 5, and I usually go to the gym around 5, just a quick sponsor break. Well, I've
been using Photoshop since version 1, still have original disk. Even got some training manuals for it.
Hey, that's pretty good. I mean, if it still works, Maxie, it works. Ooh, Garnican, I like that.
Fools demand order. Genius oversees chaos.
Is that
I had a water with a full flavor packet in it, so that's my caffeine for the day.
G Fuel? Is that bad for you? If it works, it works, Maxie.
Last standalone was 6. That's the one I still use.
It didn't generate what I wanted. Did it go through? Yeah, Ruins in the Forest. That did not work. But that's okay.
I don't know, but it's tasty.
As long as it's tasty. That's all that matters. Alright, well, this is going to be the end of my stream. Thank you, Maxie Garnican, for hanging out. And Winter Finn, very great to meet you. And yeah, just going to get into the habit of shouting out the sponsor. Basically, I'm trying to chill Factor boxes right now. If you guys sign up for Factor, you get 50% off your first order. And I get paid. I like to live.
Well, now
Living
I have
is
to find
great.
a new stream.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Winter. But I think I'll be back tomorrow. And I plan to stream for a couple hours, not just the 1 hour I did today. I was
Have a
lucky
looky
to
here
have
as well. Link.
bumped into you. Oh, I have seen Blockade, Maxi. It's great for games. But yeah, thanks guys. Check out the sponsor link if you are interested in meal prep delivered to your door. If you guys use my code, I make a couple bucks, and that honestly would make a difference this month. I'm going to be doing a lot more active effort of trying to make money with my content because, long story short, I hate my job. Yeah, that summarizes it. So I'm trying to do content creation and taking it seriously. So yeah, wish me luck. But it's going to take some trial and error. It's going to take practice. And it's going to take time. So thank you, Maxi, Garnican, Winterfin, anyone else out there, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I've been trying to do this multi-stream stuff, and there's a lot of bugs, but I'm also saving money because I'm not paying for multi-streaming. Like, I'm doing it all myself. It's fun. Thanks, Maxi. Same to you, buddy.
GG and good luck with everything.
Have a great day, everyone. It's the end of the stream.
Lasers.